Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to be building a frame. Have I done that before? No. But I have done research and I've seen people build frames. I mean, how hard can it be? It's just two long pieces of metal with some shorter pieces of metal connecting it. I'm joking, I know it's probably going to be pretty hard, but I kind of want to give it a shot. So what I started by doing, as you can see here, is I cut the wheel tubs out so then I could put my wheels in, and very quickly I can see that I'm not going to be able to fit an axle with the way the frame is right now. So I've come up with this design. It is a dropped section of the frame, so it comes up higher from normal width, so then my axle can run underneath. And it goes from 6 inches down there to 4 inches wide here to 4 inches here. It's also a little shorter than the original frame because I'm going to shorten the box, but that's not really that relevant yet. So that's kind of my plan. And I'm sure you've noticed these access doors that are drawn on here. And I will explain to you what those are for, because I have a odd idea. So I want to run all my fuel lines, brake lines, cables through the inside of my frame, because there's going to be some exposed sections that you'll see in the back, and I just want it to look really nice. So what my idea was is that along this section of frame, pretty good, I'm gonna have some access doors like this, which are gonna be like a panel that'll bolt in and sit flush. And underneath you'll see like all the cables running through like that. And then you can put the doors on, you won't see them. But as I'm aware, once you do that, you're getting rid of the whole point of boxing your frame, because this outside piece isn't going to have much structure to it anymore. And I need structure, it's fairly important. So I had this weird idea. Instead of just using some rectangle tubing that's like 2 by 4 inches or 2 by 6 inches, I'm gonna plasma cut some frame rails sides and then have some top and bottom pieces cut out. But I'm gonna cut a third piece. And now what it's gonna do is mean that like my outside layer and middle layer are gonna be my strong, no holes in it, solid pieces, and then this piece here is going to be the one that'll have an access door cut into it, and then I can have all my cables running lengthwise. This is a view looking like down it. And I'm aware it's going to be pretty heavy like that, but I think that this is a interesting and unique idea that I'm not sure if anybody's done before. So I'm going to give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? So with this plan in mind, I'm going to take my template and head out to our sheet metal shop so I can program this onto some 1/8 mild steel and get to work on it. So here you can see one of the pieces I have programmed out. We're going to be burning this out of 1/8 thick mild steel because it'll be nice and thick, so it's easy to weld, it'll be strong, and it's definitely going to be heavy, but that's okay. Now that those are burnt out, I'm going to be working on the top and bottom pieces, which are just some thin strips that I've cut off the shear. And then all I'm doing is kind of bending them to match the contour of the rail. I'm making them out of 2 sections because I think it'll be a bit easier that way. I know that I'm gonna have to do an extra butt weld, but it's easier for me to contour them and match them up. So here you can see access doors, 3 equal pieces, but I made the middle one actually just a little bit shorter for saving a little bit of weight, and I realized that this is like the tail end of the vehicle. So that's like the axle, and then that'd be the end of the box. I realized I don't really need to have a crazy strong frame back there, so I just finished it like that. I put a hole there and a hole on the end, just in case I have any connections running here for like tail lights, or maybe my battery is gonna sit back here. I'm not quite sure yet, but I just wanted to open myself up to some easy options. I made sure to keep the access doors from the plasma table because I can just use these as the access doors because they're the exact cutout. So figured I'd make my life a little easier that way. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scribe the halfway point on all of these before I weld them together, so that lining up my middle piece to tack weld in will be easier. But I think that's gonna be a bit of a tomorrow job. So thank you very much for watching, and if you wanna see this frame continue being built and follow me along this journey, feel free to subscribe, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching.